how did you start Nature's Formula, and I guess why did you start Nature's Formula?
Well, there's a big need out there to make things healthier and make things better, and I know that we have the proper products to enhance all these things, and we've seen that people were paying too much for stuff that was not doing what they needed, and there was a big push for natural things. So basically that's why we wanted to start this venture, because we could provide them with natural stuff that really works. We do a lot of testing on our stuff, but we don't do it through universities and things like that. We do real world testing. We go to somebody's place and we run tests and make sure it operates properly before we ever put anything on the market. Everything that we put on the market has already been tested in real world situations numerous times before we ever attempt to sell the products.
And you've just slowly been growing from there every single year?
Exactly. What we do is we put the money back in the company. I don't draw a big salary and don't splurge on different things. All the monies that comes in is put back into the company to make it grow, because we don't do a lot of advertising in places and stuff, and we're not in a bunch of co-ops and stuff like that. We're building up, I guess what we'd say, grassroots. We're building it slowly but surely. We value the customer, so we put a lot of attention on the customer. We make sure they understand the product. We make sure they utilize them correctly, and we follow up on everybody buys a product, someone follows up with them.
What is Nature's Formula's goals and mission within agriculture?
Well, basically what we want to do is provide a superior product to the end user. That's who we're after, the end user. We don't want all the middlemen marking it up and making it where it's not affordable, and that's kind of why we're growing slow, because we contact through the end user. We don't go through other facets to promote it and to get it going. We just seek the people out that's got the need, and if they'll talk to us, we visit with them and see how we can help them.
Where do you see Nature's Formula's role for the future of agriculture?
Well, we know we're on the right track, because the customers we had 6 years ago are still with us. So we're doing things right, and we believe we can grow this company quite large by providing the superior products, and by working with people to understand how the ground's supposed to work, or the animals are supposed to work. I mean, it's man's changed so much stuff in the soils and used so many different types of chemicals and things that it's depleted the organisms that are needed in soil, and that's kind of what we're wanting to do, is replace them, just like the animals, whether it be horses, cattle, or whatever. Their systems have been abused basically by all the things that we give them and feed them that they don't need, and our microbes get things in line and make them work properly, so their gut system operates like it should.
So you would say that's how you see the future of all agriculture going?
Without a doubt, it's going to come to natural ways of doing things for it to continue. I mean, in the last 40, 50 years, we've just soils and everything has been on the decline, and I think we're at a point in the entire world where we need to replenish what's needed in the soils, or you're going to see all the production just continue to shrink, and the costs get out of hand, because you're trying to get the crop that you had 10 years ago, and unless your soil is alive and well and healthy, it's not going to happen. So I think it is a wave of the future, the natural way of doing it.
Which, that kind of leads into my next question of, what's the biggest problem that you see within farming or ranching, and then how are you trying to help resolve it?
Well, as I said before, I think we've abused the land, and all the activity, the microbial activity is about gone, and we continue to put things, salts and different things in the soil that doesn't need to be there, was not intended to be there. And unless you replenish the good things, the bad things will take over, and like I say, you got a decline in the soil. So I think that if you do things naturally, and there's many ways to do it, I'm not saying our product is the only way to do it. I'm saying we have probably the best micro package for the soil, because everything was seeked out and put together properly to mimic what it was, and that's why I think we're part of the future in the business. Like with the animals and stuff, we've changed their diet. I mean, we've done high protein things to them, and they don't function properly. I mean, the health is what it's all about. If you don't have a healthy soil, you're not going to produce crops. If you don't have healthy animals, you're not going to produce the animals that you want in the end. It's all about health. It's basically balance. If you balance everything out, it works properly. If you have it imbalanced, it does not work properly. And that's kind of where I think we're at in farming and ranching, is we're at an imbalance. We're not providing the things that they need naturally. We're trying to mask or produce it in a different way than it was meant to be.